Up, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Fingerprints of SoundCloud. Look at the glorious day of the Lord. This is the day that the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. It's warm. But I don't like getting bit by spiders. Anyway, Zachary K said he knows the NBA is fixed. He says he knows sports is fixed. He says, I know sports is fixed, but what I want to know is where do you get your information from? And that it is. The $10 million question. Speaking of $10 million, I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start doing the whole number thing. Like I'm a, I'm gonna start playing the pick three and the pick five, and see if I can predict the next numbers coming out. Now I'll probably suck at that real bad because getting into Zachary's uh, question of my methodology. Okay, Zach. So what I do is, and a lot of my subscribers already know this. I think you're new around here. You're new here, Zachary. Basically, I use what is called the rhythm of the stroke. I follow the money. I follow the ad revenues. Uh, Sometimes I just make a guess. My guess for Cleveland. Okay, let me go back to when I started. When I started about a year or so ago, it was during the championship, right before the final games were about to be played, and I saw a sports guy said the Raptors missed 11 free throws in a row. Then he said the NBA does not want you guys to go to the finals. He said the NBA didn't want you to go. And when I said that, I made a video that day and I said pretty much Cleveland's going to win in Game 7. And the games haven't even started yet. And then they were down 3-1, and then they made this huge comeback and won. And as soon as they won that day, I made a video and said Cleveland's going to lose next year. Next year came, they lost. And now I'm like, Cleveland's going to win this year. So where do I get it from? Sometimes I listen to what announcers say. Not too much though, but I kind of follow the money. I'm like, who's doing what? Who's the most powerful person in sports today? And then I kind of, do my little mental list. And when I say in sports, I don't mean in all sports because I don't follow any sports. Let's get this straight, Zachary. I do not watch any sports. Now, some people just can't believe that because my predictions have been coming correct. And when the Super Bowl was going on last year, during the Super Bowl when they were down 28-1. I made a video and I said, and the video is titled, But He's Tom Brady. And they came back and won. I'm like, listen, you guys, it's really not that hard. Okay. I also made a prediction because somebody asked me to of who is going to win the World Series this year. I never did baseball before, but I'm like, okay, since you guys just want to hear what I got to say, I'm gonna say the Cleveland Indians. Now the Cleveland Indians are all of a sudden in second place. They're one game down from the Dodgers, and so if they win, it's just like. Now let me give you a reason why I said Cleveland was gonna win, and it had nothing to do with the team because I don't even know who's. I can't name one person on Cleveland's team. Only person I know in baseball is Verlander. Some dude plays for the Astros because he's a very popular guy. Okay, he's the guy. He's a popular guy. But listen, the reason why I picked Cleveland, just showing you, demonstrating some reason of stroke, is because I was like, the Cavs. Now, what do the Cavs have to do with the Indians? Well, they're both in Cleveland. And I was like, if the Cavs win this year, wouldn't it be great if the Cavs won and Cleveland Indians won? Now, when I made this prediction that Cleveland Indians was going to win this about 2 months ago, I think they were still, at game 69 or 70 or something like that. So it was everybody's pretty much, is wide open, and it still kind of is, you know there's still, 10 good teams that can come out of nowhere, including Mikey James Astros, that can come along and do whatever. However, I'm still sticking with the Indians. Now people are like, it's going to be Indians Dodgers. They wasn't saying that before. A lot of people were picking the Astros Dodgers, or they had other teams, but they wasn't saying Indians except Sanchez. He was like, I picked the Indians also. So Sanchez is way deeper in this than I was, but I am. But the reason why I said them is because I said, you know, I can't think of no better time for Cleveland to win than now. Because if LeBron James leaves after this year, there goes that history of our basketball team won and our baseball team won. That is going out the window for a very long time. Even worse now since Kyrie Irving left. That's gone. You will not be able to say that at all for like not even in our lifetime. Last time Cleveland won was 50 years ago. Okay, last time Cleveland won, I'm gonna say Cincinnati, but last time Cleveland Indians won, they won back in 1928 or something like that. They won in like 04, 05, and then 28. As in 1904, 05. I mean, it was such a long time, like 63 years ago. But here you have Cleveland Indians and you have the Cavs, who have won one 2 years ago, and they could damn well win another one this year. I'm like, wouldn't it be awesome if they won both at the same time? And I hearkened it to me being from Pittsburgh when Pittsburgh did one for the thumb in '81. And basically, what happened is Pittsburgh doesn't have a basketball team, but the Steelers won, the Pirates won, and the Penguins won. I don't know who plays for Cleveland as far as hockey is concerned, but nonetheless, it would bring so much pride to that city. And I just think it's Cleveland's time. Because I went there when LeBron left. I actually saw LeBron at a club. I saw him, and it was in the Flats, place called the Flats. Everything was popping, clubs, lovely ladies, guys, doing their thing. When LeBron left, the Flats didn't close. The Flats closed down, and the buildings are gone because the revenue stopped. So, when I look at LeBron James, he's a very, very, very influential and powerful person. He's the most powerful person in basketball, and to me, in sports. He's the most powerful person in sports. There's a lot that goes on when it comes to King James and the way they've pushed him. I don't think they've ever pushed anybody like they pushed him, and he's the greatest basketball player that there is, point blank. So I watch some of what LeBron says. When LeBron says he wants to play with Melo, I believe before his career is up, he's going to play with Melo. Now, Melo might go to OKC, or they're saying a deal is done, but I'm like, it's not done until the ink is dry. So you see some of those things that people just shoot out there. I'm just like, I look at, JJ Watt and them, and how much people are paying attention to them, and and how they're amping them up. And I look at Tom Brady and seeing how they're amping him up and what he's doing this year. And then I look at the fake plays. Like, there's so many fake plays, Cam Newton. Cam Newton with the fake play that allowed Peyton Manning to go out on a high note. And when you see that, you're just like, Zachary, when you see a fake play, when you see Cam Newton holding back his players and acting like he doesn't want to get the ball, which is right in front of him, it's a live ball, you fumble the ball, and you don't want to get the ball, Cam Newton, it is a fake play. The NFL is fixed. When you see that, you already know what it is. And here's the thing about it, Cam Newton knew he was going to lose in a Super Bowl. He knew it. Cam Newton is another one of those people who they push up there, but you got to understand, Cam Newton's been pushed ever since he was in the JUCO back in college. This is why they was paying his daddy. And there's been a whole investigation about that, yada, yada, yada. I still think it happened. So those are some of the things that I look at, but I'm going to say it again. Zach, I do not watch sports. I might watch a highlight. I might watch some of like the fights and stuff like that, or some catches and things along that line. But watch a whole game, I haven't watched a whole game in a very, very long time. So there's just some of the ways that I pick up on things. And some people like telling you have a gift. And I'm like, when people have a gift, they always look at somebody else and say, why can't you do this? That's the way I look at it. And that's just why I always disclose, because I don't want to act like I'm some sage. I'm just like, listen, if you pay attention to this, pay attention to that, and pay attention to this, boom. Tributes is another thing. Tributes is big. We knew that New Orleans was going to get a Super Bowl. We knew that. Tribute. Some people think Justin Verlander is going to get a ring because tribute in Houston. I say no, not this year. It's too soon. Maybe if he stays with Houston for the next 2 years, they might get a tribute. I can see that. I can't see why not. So there's just some things I want to throw out there. Anyway, Zach, thanks for stopping by my channel. And God bless you all. Jesus loves you, man. Get saved. I'm out.